saying. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of you and all my lovers. Happy Valentine's Day. Even the ones that don't love me and can't stand me and get offended by me so easily because of the words that come out of my mouth on a one take podcast. I love you too. We should all love each other on this day of love. But first, this podcast is sponsored by what's my sponsor again? Bot Guy. Botguy.com. Get your bot today. Go to bots. Oh no, it's Bots Guy. Is it Bot Guy or Bots Guy? It's Bots Guy. Botsguy.com because you get multiple bots. If you would like to get a bot today, go to botsguy.com. Type in the promo code Coach Cameron Says So and get a discount. Just kidding, that doesn't work, but that'd be cool if it works. Bots Guy, let me know. Can I do that? Anyways, go to botsguy.com, get your bot today. But back to the love affair we have on this Valentine's Day. My love affair is soccer. Of old. I loved back in the day. As a kid, we always thought, when we're playing soccer, we're like, man, if we won state, we could go to regionals, and then if we can just play the right way and win enough games in regionals, we can go nationals and have a chance to win a national title and be the only national champion in the country. And we thought of it. It's almost like gambling. You're like, can't win if you don't play kind of thing. Well, that doesn't exist today. I don't know why, what happened with the disassociation of competition. We don't love competition anymore. We don't love it. The competition is more of what can we create that will distract those that pay to play soccer today to avoid all competition, because what competition does, it will identify who you are, what you are. Are you good or you're bad? Competition is very good. You need it to elevate. It's very important. On this Valentine's Day, I'm going to be playing a game tonight in the round of 16 in high school. High school is awesome. You know why? Because it has a structure of competition. You can't avoid it. And I get in your head, I'm like, oh, you wish you were like 4A or 3A because you'll avoid the competition. You have that. I have those thoughts. Oh, if we were 3A, we would kill it kind of thing. But we stay in our division, and you can't avoid the competition. You're going to run into the competition no matter what. So you have to find a way to compete and hopefully have success. That's the whole thing about competition. It elevates everybody. But I'm going to tell you about the old days. In the old days, in the early 90s, we had State Cup. We had State Cup, obviously, before that. But I'm going to tell you about the 90s here in Arizona. And comment, let me know if you had similar from whatever state you're from. But back in the early 90s, it was structured where there was one state champion. And I remember going to the state championship games, and the year before we won it, we watched a state final. It was against the Mesa Magicians versus Cisco Fierce. And then the following year, we won state, but the only way we could compete with those teams, we had to merge a lot of talent together. So we took like the Shamrocks and Mesa Magicians, who lost, I think. They might have won it, but Mesa Magicians, we merged with like 3 teams, and we got some players from Tucson and some other places. But we had to go throughout Arizona and find the best talent. I didn't, but obviously the parents that wanted to compete so much, they kept trying to find the top talent, and they did all the work of identifying talent, as it is different today. But we found all the top talent, and then we tried to win state, and we won state, and then we're like, all right, we're going to regionals. Now, back then, there was one state champion per state, other than California. They had a Cal North, Cal South. But we would all go and play in our region. There's 4 regions in the country, and then if you won your region, you would represent your region at the national championships, and only 4 teams per age group would go to represent the 4 regions. And that's how competition was. And you had a chance to win a nationals. It was very difficult. And if you fell short, you had to recruit better to compete. And that structure of competition identified so much more talent than we do today. Why? Because you had a lot of the talent on, a couple teams in the state, because they just did the best recruiting and they found all the top talent, and therein lies the movement. Now, it was based on winning. Today, the movement is not based on winning. It's opposite of that. It's about a facade everyone creates that you have to belong to us. Even though you are the top team, you have to come to us for you to develop or be seen in such a way that you can have a pathway to the next level. And that's a lie. It's a lie. You have to be on the most talented teams. You have to, because if you're not, talent with a mixed group of players doesn't showcase the talent. And I have a love affair of going back in the day with when soccer was really competing, and that's the way it needs to be. And yes, everyone wants to win an award and all this stuff, and everyone wants to feel good about themselves. That's a natural human tendency, but it's ruining everything. It's ruining the development of this country. It's ruining the ability to identify players. It's ruining everything. Competition is needed. How we compete is another subject, but we need competition back. In the early 90s, we held in Phoenix, Arizona, I think it was 92, 93, 94, we held the national championships in Arizona. And one year an Arizona team won it. It was Santos, and they were playing the national championships in Phoenix, Arizona. And ESPN was broadcasting. It was at Rose Mofford. They had to bring in all these seated. There was 8,000 people there to watch an Arizona team try to win a national championship. You don't have that today. Why? Because everything's fake. It's just thrown together. It's whoever can create, like, oh, we're going to do this, and it's going to create this, and we're special, and we're MLS Next, or whatever you're trying to sell, versus just selling competition. Let's just keep it structured with one champion, not many champions and many acronyms of like, oh, we're ECNL champion. Oh, we're GA. We're this, we're that. How about America's champion? That's what we need to be, but we don't do it. Now, think about that. 8,000 people watching Santos play, a club from Arizona. And then there was another year, I think the third year of nationals, we had Cisco was in the championship game, aired on ESPN, 8,000 people. It was packed. Why? Because it was a real competition. People aren't stupid. Well, that's not true. A lot of people are stupid, but as far as the masses, like if people want to go watch a real championship game, they're going to go. It has to be real. It can't be fake. So here's my message to all of you. Bring competition back. Have a love affair with the game again. And it's okay to lose, but it's not okay not to compete. There needs to be structure of competition. That's what we should be in love with. We should be in love with competition because it elevates everybody. And those are my thoughts on this beautiful day of love. And I'm out. See you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I love you more than I can say. I love you twice as much tomorrow. Love you more than I can say.